My name is Rod Serling, and usually, though my life is an open book, tonight I've got a secret.
From Hollywood, the show that reveals all, I've Got a Secret. And now let's meet the star of I've Got a Secret, Steve Allen.
I'm glad you were able to make it. It's funny. We tried to do the show earlier today, but this thing that came out didn't make it the other time. And to think, we got it for 5,000 blue chip stamps, and they broke down the first week. Anyway, good evening and welcome to the new I've Got a Secret. Tonight's panelists are a very shifty bunch. One of my favorite guests, Pat Carroll, the witty, acerbic, but thoroughly lovable Henry Acerbic. Now, Henry Morgan, the lovely actress, comedian Nanette Febvre, she's right there in the yellow dress, and Quicksilver Punster Richard Dawson. There he is. And now let's get a contestant or a guest of some kind out here and see what happens. What is your name?
Wren Prather.
Wren Prather. Wren, like the little bird? All right.
That's right.
And it's a very sweet name, isn't it, panel?
Yes.
Wren, thank you. I mean, it's nicer than being called Dodo Bird or Goonie Bird or something. Where are you from, Wren?
Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I understand you're a college student?
Yes, at Brigham Young University.
Up in Provo, Utah.
Right.
Yes. Well, panel, Wren's secret concerns something that she's going to do tonight on our stage. And Wren, if you'll whisper that secret to me, we'll let the world know what we're talking about. Oh. Okay, very remarkable. We're going to step over there now and open the Great Wall. But first, just a moment there. We're going to ask you, panel, to put your blindfolds on so you don't see what the rest of us will discover behind the Great Wall. And Wren is preparing herself. And now that you are blindfolded, the wall can open, and we'll proceed with our little secret. Panel, just to give you a bit of help, Wren is doing part of her secret, or I should say will be in just a moment or two. This is not part of it right now that she's doing. This is another secret altogether, as far as I know. But anyway, she's going to be available in just a moment. And we're going to start the questions with Henry, and we ask you in this case to question kind of fast, because there's a little element of urgency, we might say here. Go right ahead, Henry.
Element of urgency, that means that what she's doing is sort of dangerous?
Oh, I wouldn't say dangerous.
Well, what do you mean urgent, then?
None of your business, Henry.
Oh, thank you. Is what the young lady, when you said that this was not part of the secret, was she putting on something?
No.
Oh.
No, what I was joking about, as a matter of fact, no, she was not putting something on.
Well, were you getting hold of, say, some kind of equipment?
Yes.
And is the thing you were getting hold of, does it have moving parts?
No.
Does it help you to keep your balance?
Yes, it does.
Are you on a wire?
No.
Are you? Wow.
There's a loud buzzer for you. Several people in the audience just fell out of their chairs at that buzzer alone. And as a matter of fact, yeah, you may now remove your blindfold, Henry, and you'll see, well, you won't now that it happens. But no, not you. Whoops. I'm sorry, Nanette.
Your name, Henry?
Yes.
I saw a flag.
Well, I don't think you saw anything else, Nanette, so I don't think you saw enough to put you out of the game, so we'll let you continue to play. You may go right ahead with your questions.
Question? Mm-hmm. Did she take off her black skirt? Because I noticed when she walked out, she was purple all over. Does that have anything to do with it? She's purple from her neck down to her feet.
Could be.
Yeah, she is, but that has nothing much directly to do with it.
Well, I thought maybe you were going to paint her or something like that.
No.
She has moving parts, as opposed to the thing that she's doing doesn't have moving parts.
That's right.
Is that anything to do with it, the way you move?
No. Well, the way she moves has something to do with it.
Is she doing it right now, whatever it is?
No. You want to try a little again? All right. The actual secret formal part of it has not as yet started, but a change has now taken place again.
Could I do it?
That I've got to see.
That's a comment on the way I would do it, I thank you very much.
I don't think you could, although you've surprised us frequently before. You may remove your blindfold now, Nanette. Richard Dawson, it's up to you.
Ren, are you planning to fly to Capistrano?
That might be a little difficult.
Now, you sound higher at this moment. Are you sitting on something? Are you sitting?
No.
Are you inhaling something? You're definitely higher. And I'd like to hire you for a couple of...
I'm sure coming from Brigham Young University, the answer to that last question would be no, Richard.
Oh.
And we turn over to Pat Carroll.
Ren,
Remove your blindfold. by the way.
the costume that you had looked like a leotard. Are you doing something gymnastic?
Yes, I am.
Are you doing, because there's so much interest in this now among younger people, are you doing those, I don't know the technical term, but all those flip-overs and hoochie-coochies and things?
No, I can't do a cartwheel.
Pardon?
No.
Well, is some of that involved in it?
No.
This was kind of a tough one. You may remove your blindfold, and you may rest
I'll
for a
say
little bit
that's
here,
tough.
if you'd like to, dear. Ren's secret, as you now have probably gathered, is that she's going to do something upside down, and the something is tap dance. Quite a step. Now that you all can see Ren, you no doubt assume not only is it unusual to tap dance upside down, but to be so pretty while doing so. And the reason she is that pretty is that, or at least an associated fact, is that she was Miss New Mexico in the Miss America contest.
Oh. None of your rubbish.
And in fact, for the talent portion of that competition, she did her now famous upside down dance. How did you get started doing this kind of thing?
It was an old vaudeville number, and my dance teacher used to do it a long, long, long time ago. And
Did your dance teacher drink?
No.
But he may star. Well, we're going to let Ren do her stuff, not to coin a phrase. And since there's no other piano player in the house at the moment who will work at these prices, I'll serve as her accompanist.
Ren also has a show in Australia, where she's seen The Right Way Up, of course. I don't like to have to explain these,
Yeah,
but...
no, I've seen the show. It's called Here's Looking at You.
I think so.
Very good. Thank you very much.
I've Got a Secret will continue in just 1 minute.
Uh-oh, it's Cheerios. What am I talking about? We going on with the program? Anybody got any idea what we're going to do about it? We must have some other kind of a secret. Let's open the Great Wall and see if we find anything to work with. These three distinguished gentlemen panel will be known for the time being as Mr. X, Y, and Z. These gentlemen, I tell you this...
Which direction?
Make it easy on yourself. Okay. Anyway, they have never appeared, let's say X, Y, Z this way. They have never appeared together before, although their secrets involve similar achievement. Big hint for you. Mr. X, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we'll let the audience know what it is. It was a long time in coming, but I must say it was worth it. And XY. Mr. Y. Certainly deserves applause for that. And Mr. Z. All right, panel, each of these gentlemen, as I say, has a particular and remarkable achievement of his own to his personal credit, but it is similar to the other two. So we'll start the questioning with Nanette.
Well, one of them obviously has done something to himself. Mr. Y has broken his leg. Does that have anything to do with your secret at all?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't at all?
No.
The way they're dressed have anything to do with their secret at all? Mr. Z? Does the way you're dressed have anything to do with your secret?
No, other than I am an officer in the Air Force.
Here, here.
There is some sort of a connection, you
There
might
is,
say.
with being in... Were they all in uniform at some time?
No.
Were you
The
all
others-
out of uniform at some time?
Irrelevant.
Are you going to do it for us tonight, whatever it is you all have done in the past?
No, I'm afraid we couldn't do that.
You couldn't do it here?
No, it'd be a little bit difficult in the studio. Thank you, Nanette. And now Richard Dawson.
Mr. Y, gentleman in the middle, were you the first gentleman to attempt to kick the Wabash Cannonball?
No.
It's easy to pick it up, but it's very tough to kick it, I'll tell you that.
Well, you certainly could have fooled me. Is this a record that you all hold, or an experience that's occurred that makes you similar?
Yes, it is. And you might say it's a similar experience that we've all had at one time.
Would it be anything to do with being rescued in any way?
No, no.
Thank you, Richard. The buzzer gets louder all the time.
I know.
A lot of people around the nation have been talking about. And Pat?
What, Steve? Now, you just said that you hold something in common about your experience. Was it something athletic?
No.
Was it something to having to do with, say, flying? I mean, in an airplane.
Are you asking me?
Pardon?
Are you asking me?
I'm sorry, Mr. Y.
No.
X, Y, no.
However, not to be too sneaky with you, you'll have to get a little bit of a yes there to that question. You'll know later what I mean by that.
Oh, would it have to do with, if it has to do with flying, would it be some kind of record or maybe engineering thing, designing machines of flying?
Yes, it could be either one.
I see. Uh-huh.
Good question.
You don't see anything, Pat.
Henry Morgan, it's up to you.
Mr. Z, you say it could have to do with engineering or designing?
And with a record.
And with a record. All three.
And with flying.
You keep out, please. Out.
I'm sorry.
I'm speaking to Mr. Z. I know you, Steve. From Mr. Z, I can expect a little help.
Yes.
Okay. Did this happen within the last year?
No, it didn't.
All right. Did you three have an experience in common which contributed to air transport? Did something... No, Steve?
Are the astronauts?
Well, believe it or not, if you added up everything you established, you'd be very close to the secret. Our time is up on the secret. The thing is that these gentlemen, and this is really impressive, they are the fastest men on our planet on water, on land, and in the air. I'll explain now individually that Mr. X here is the fastest man on water. His name is Lee Taylor from Cerritos, California, and you're going to see film in just a second or two here now of Lee as he broke the world's water speed record at Guntersville Lake, Alabama, at which time he was clocked at over 285 miles per hour. How long is that lake, Lee?
7.5 miles long.
Boy, you must have to just get going and then you stop again. Mr. Y, as I said, is the fastest man on the land. Gary Gabelich of Long Beach, California. We have a little film here showing Gary on the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah as he drove his rocket-powered car to a new record of 622 miles per hour. We have a film cue we have to get to here. Mr. Z now is the fastest man in the air. He is Colonel William J. Pete Knight of Fairborn, Ohio. And in a moment, you'll see film of Pete as he flew the X-15 rocket research aircraft over the California desert to a record speed, listen to this, of 4,520 miles per hour. Incidentally, the Colonel also received his astronaut wings for an X-15 flight to an altitude of 280,000 feet, which is how many miles up?
About 53 miles, Steve.
Way up there. Now, Nanette asked a very good question and cleared up that
No, my question was, is the way he stopped by dragging his feet.
You might assume there was a connection, but as we mentioned earlier, there was no connection. He was injured in another accident in another experimental car, and very serious. He's lucky to be alive. How fast were you going, Gary, when you lost control of the car?
Well, Steve, we were testing the car. We were probably going about 180 when I lost control of the car and went underneath the guard railing. And
on the San Bernardino Freeway.
Whoa.
Oh, all right, the Ventura Freeway. I don't want any trouble. I thought he was coming down to get me.
But you're going to keep driving?
Yes, We're going to try for the sound barrier next year and try and go 800 miles an hour.
In a car?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what we want to do.
Fantastic.
Not only that, on the left,
That realized 600.
And Lee, you plan to break your record too, is that right?
Yes, we have a planned program, and we will also, the goal for the project is to break the sound barrier, traveling in the neighborhood of around 840 miles an hour.
Incredible. And Pete Knight, how long, we've talked about your remarkable record, how long do you think that record will stand?
I don't know right now, Steve, but as far as I know, there are no plans to build any aircraft that will exceed that speed for quite some time.
Yeah, no, who's in that much of a hurry, you know, but it's a remarkable achievement. We're just a little bit late, but thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us, and good luck to you. We admire you very much.
We'll be back with our guest star, Rod Serling, right after these messages.
Now let's meet tonight's guest star, the host of Night Gallery, writer Rod Serling. Welcome to I've Got a Secret, Rod. We sent our panel, as you can see by the empty stage over there, sent them off to a soundproof room so that you can explain to all of us what's going to be happening.
Well, Steve, I like to play paddle tennis, and I understand that you're kind of a ping pong fan.
Yeah, I'm a ping pong nut.
So I thought I'd challenge you a game of ping pong.
Ping pong, I see. Well, where's the table?
The table is a television set, and these controls are the panels.
These things here.
And we each have a button to serve the ball and make it come across the net, and these hand controls move the paddles up and down.
Ah, I see.
Want to see how that
we're
works?
just showing our viewers at home sort of a close-up of the thing.
I think it's your serve, Steve.
Turn these knobs, and if I press this top thing here, that's supposed to serve the ball. Yeah, there it goes. Now I have to stop it, bounce it back across the net to you. Hey, that's fun. Whoop. Whoop. That went off the side.
I'm sorry about that, Steve.
I think you have to follow along. I think one of us has to move our middle thing around to...
Do I press?
Yeah, there it is. Back on.
Oh, Steve, that was an ace.
Yeah, I aced
you.
me. How do you like that? Well, I think I have the hang of it.
Excuse me, Steve.
What we'll do in just a moment now, when we bring the panel in, we're going to ask the audience to kind of help us sustain this illusion by cheering us, just as you would at a real tennis match, whenever we, make a point. So I won't say any more about that subject. And now we'll bring the panel back in, and we'll get ready to play. And we have everything sort of down out of sight, so they won't know exactly what's going on. And incidentally, while we're waiting for them to get into position, I'd like to congratulate you, Rod, about Night Gallery. Great comments about it.
Thank you, Steve.
So the panel's back in business over there. You all know Rod, of course, panel. And as you can see, Rod has brought along a television set, which is plainly in view in the middle of our stage, although the panel cannot see the screen. They cannot see what's on that set, so to speak. And that is part of Rod's secret. It's up to you panelists to figure out what is going on while you are asking the questions. And we'll start with Richard Dawson.
Rod, something on the screen, would it be something that you have written?
No, it's nothing that I've written, Rich.
Would it be a form of closed-circuit television?
Rich, you're stepping on my applause, Rich. Did you realize that? No, but what was the question again? I'm sorry, I'm a little...
What the hell? Let's hear a round of applause. I'd certainly rather hear that any day. Would we be seeing clips of movies that you've written? Ladies and gentlemen, sure.
Thank you, Richard. You covered a lot of ground, but I don't know what it was. And now we go to Pat.
It was 40 acres.
Rod,
Yes, ma'am.
are you on the screen?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Well, the audience reaction is, I know you're in... But could I have a word, please, and ask why? For heaven's
clapping
sakes.
questions
Does it have something to do with tennis? Because you're a tennis nut.
Yes.
Yes, you would
Is
say...
it a tournament? Is it a tournament you were in? Is it a tournament you were in?
No, it has nothing to do with the tournament that I've been in.
Does it have to do with tennis?
A variation thereof. Can we say that?
Very good thing to say, yes. Well, Morgan, try your hand.
May I assume that whatever we say has nothing to do with what's going on?
Would you repeat the question, Henry? I'm sorry.
Are we being high-paid stooges for the...
Not really. There is literally something...
Do people applaud on is, are, what, who, why?
Now, let's see what you can do.
You're looking at my first screen test, right?
Exactly. No, not really.
Are we being shown on that monitor?
No.
This is something that's filmed? It's something that's filmed?
No.
I knew it had to do with me. That sounds like my first... ask another question?
Sure.
Is it something Rod's doing?
Yes.
Is it something Rod's doing well?
Very well.
Is he doing it at this moment?
Yes.
No wonder he wasn't listening to our questions.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, Rod's secret is that he was playing electronic ping pong, defeating me by quite a large score. Oh. And we've been using, to do all that, this new computerized gadget called Odyssey. You may have seen it advertised.
Incredible.
It's by Magnavox, isn't it, Rod?
Yes, and the reason I wasn't paying any attention is I was so committed to beating Steve Allen. I really didn't hear you.
A rugged competitor. But this is a marvelous thing. You can attach it to your own TV set, they tell me. Johnny Olson, could you swing the device around there? Thank you, John, so that the panel can see.
Now, would you throw that at Mr. Sterling for me, please?
Let's see where I am here. Yeah, there I am back in the field anyway.
No, I guess you're served.
Where's the ball?
There's the ball. Whoops.
Rod went into
missed it. Yeah. So that's how I made 1 point, or how one makes a point, I should say. And let me see, if you want to play table tennis, you just put this little computerized circuit card in there. And if
and
you
a Japanese gentleman comes and attacks you.
Right. How many other games are there, Rod? Are there a lot of other games you
there
can
are
play?
quite a few. There's football, basketball, hockey, roulette, cat and mouse, a game called cat and mouse. It's really quite
Well, it was a waste of time me doing 6 years on Hogan's Heroes, wasn't it, Rod? If you're going to watch that.
Rod, thank you so much for telling us about this. It was a lot of fun. We'll be right back.
I've Got a Secret returns after these words.
All we have time to say is good night, panel, so good night, panel.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve.
All
Prize, P-R-I-Z-E.
Yeah, just as I suspected. It's another case of lingo. You know, I haven't seen an epidemic this bad since Bob Eubanks' evil twin released the whoopee virus in '72. Well, we're gonna have to call in a specialist. This could get hairy.
Harry, H-A-R-R-Y.
Lingo, the new word game hosted by Chuck Woolery. It's contagious. Weeknights at 7:30 only on Game Show Network.
Hello, H-E-L-L-O.
Santo. Good looks that will last for years. Maslin makes all carpets that way. This is Johnny Olson speaking for I've Got a Secret, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.